For this special video, I wanted to share my old journals and flip through their pages to see how much my journals and I have changed in the last 7 years. I cannot believe I've been here for so long. I remember being in my French house thinking, like, wow, my life kind of sucks a little bit. I really want to do something that makes me happy. So I started doing this with my dad's old camera. This was the first journal I shared. Video number 1 was a flip through of this passport size, my volume 1. I cannot believe this was me 7 years ago. At first, and because cream paper insert didn't exist, I used this blank insert that came with the camel passport size, just to journal about life, I guess. I remember my mom got me my first passport size traveler's notebook for Christmas, and I was so shocked because you cannot buy a traveler's notebook here in the island, and I thought she knew nothing about them. So I was like, wow, wow, the 3 wise men are just the best. They know so much. But yeah, it was just my mom paying attention, and I thank her every single day. Anyways, I didn't know what I was doing, but it was fun. For a spread, I used every single possible color, and I also got my first Happy Mail, and I talked with people with the same traveler's notebook obsession. It was so fun. I had nothing. I asked my dad to print pictures, and I just started like that. Alice's stickers were a huge thing for me. They still are. I use them only for special occasions. My third volume was more presumptuous. I bought the craft paper insert. Now I feel like I was crazy back then. It is so difficult for me to journal in those pages. I just don't know why. Maybe the color is too much for me, or I think I just can't. I was still using online pictures, and I feel like the spreads were a little bit more color coordinated, or maybe not. I look at them and I don't think they're ugly at all. My thoughts are just like, who was this person? Trying to use the monthly insert and failing since 2018. I feel like maybe I would like the monthly insert more these days, but I truly don't know why I was buying it like year after year, if clearly I didn't know what to do with them. Okay, let me say this before talking about the journal. That sticker is so freaking cute. She doesn't know, but I miss Nat and her creations so bad. You will see how much I love them throughout this video. Well, I think here you can see a huge change on my style. I think it's because my standard size was my main journal and I played with it a lot. My style changed there little by little, and I realized my passport size was just there, a little bit forgotten, which is crazy to think because now it's like my little baby. I cannot imagine my life just not journaling in there. Here I can see I was buying more stuff. I remember being a little horrible and naughty and just buying stationery from AliExpress. I don't know why I did that. I guess I was just studying, and then people already had so many stationery that I fell into the hole. and just start buying things that made no sense to me. I was doing little collages with beautiful things I received from Happy Mail. Hannah sent me so many beautiful things from Ban Jungkook. VIP is my favorite K-pop band ever, and she knew. I also use my Instax camera a lot. I love seeing these little photos in my spreads. I'm using it again these days because of this flip through. Here I can see I had more beautiful things like Nat stickers, classic stamps, Petra's beautiful stamps. I was like, people really do these beautiful things and I can buy them online from France, my island, or my grandma's house. Back then, buying things online in my island was not a common thing at all. So for me, it was just magic. I started getting in touch with nice stores and beautiful artists. And classic, yes, you can see, was my favorite thing back then. Still is, honestly. I really want to go to Atiburanti in Japan to see their beautiful products in person. But because it's a little bit far from Kyoto, I'm not sure if we are going to make it. But yeah, basically here I can see I was buying stamps and beautiful things that I still use these days. Oh, and I see here I already had the On This Day stamp by Some Things of Mine and Poichin. Those days I was also making my own journals with different papers, but especially using cream paper. I used to think, and I still think, that stamps and inks look the best in that type of paper, in the cream paper. And I kept buying the monthly insert for the year and I kept failing. But I love this green ink I used to use. I need to use it again. I met Dodolulu. I was pretty obsessed with her stickers. I remember contacting her, yeah, all times. I decided to buy Shereena's beautiful insert for my next month. This was so beautiful. The papers, the love she puts into them, I love them. I feel like I was using print-on stickers for the first time since I was in middle school, and it was so fun. Oh, and I received happy mail from Minh. She sent me so many beautiful collages that she created. I was so happy and obsessed. I remember journaling a lot those days thanks to her. I was always creating collages too with different types of paper. I treasure this journal a lot. My style was, I feel like it was pretty similar during these months. Using Matka's stamps, forever an icon. I completely forgot about them, about these stickers, and I don't know how. Hannah also, my goodness, I was so blessed. She sent me a beautiful happy mail and I just stick the paper into my journal like it was her who came to my house and journaled. I don't know, that I for me that was very special. Extraordinary You was the only thing I could think of during those months. Oh, and also Bárbara sent me the most gorgeous happy mail ever. I love that every single person who sent me things Like you can see their personalities, and that makes me smile so hard because I don't need to read their name. Like I just know they created that. I feel like my favorite pages are the ones where the happy mail is. Like it's not a merit of mine, or I just don't care. I just love having a little part of their art with me. I feel very honored. And also these sunset, she said film strips were so, so lovely. I loved using them. This is one of my favorite journals ever. It is so chunky, and I made it with lots of different papers and different sizes. Like, I feel like it was so fun to journal in here. I loved flipping through these pages. It was so lovely. I know some people don't like chunky journals, and I get that, especially when you're journaling inside the cover. It feels a little bit uncomfortable, but I love once you're done with it, how it feels in your hands. I went on a trip to San Diego and brought souvenirs and things that reminded me of people I met there. I think I created this journal during lockdown, so different to the one we just saw. I was using stamps a lot and little stickers. I feel like this style is more similar to my style now, but at the same time, it's boring to flip through these pages. I feel bad saying this. I feel like the journal has feelings or something. I don't know. I just don't really like saying things out loud. It, it sounds crazy, but I just don't. But this is one of my favorite pages ever, though. I love this illustration and the red and the stamps I use. This journal was a little bit like the other one, pretty flat, but I love the memories it treasures. I remember going to the beach and going back to normal life after lockdown, and it was just great to feel free. We did so many excursions and fun activities. I feel like I've always appreciated the little things in life, but after lockdown, I felt like things were even more appreciated. In this journal, I used a lot of little clouds from my cloud collection. I used also a lot of stamps and a few stickers. These past three journals, I feel like they were pretty similar, but this one has more things. I feel the pages have more fun. It, it was more fun to look at. This journal was filled with beautiful things during last months of 2020. A beautiful year. I love that I included some envelopes, like there were pockets so I can add some ephemera and hide it. I did that a lot those months. I want to do it again. I have a few envelopes left from my last visit to my grandma's city. I think this was my first time buying Tomoki Watanabe's calendar. It was, I feel like it was a before and after on my journal pages. I love adding their beautiful characters to journal about my everyday life or my everyday tasks. I didn't buy it last year or this year, but I miss it a lot. I love creating little stars and moons with beautiful paper. I still do, but I want to do it more. I I cannot stop thinking while flipping through all pages that I feel like I put more effort into the spreads and spend more time in front of my pages this past 3 or 4 years. I feel like now I just stamp, 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 leave my desk for a couple of hours. I come back and add a few stickers and leave, and then I come back again. I just write a few things down about my feelings or about that day, and I just flip the page like a new beginning. Like maybe I'm wrong, and this is just how I perceive myself. But I just feel like I dedicated more time to journal before. Of course, sometimes I didn't, and you can clearly see in some pages, I didn't spend that much time, but I feel like I can see how much love I put into some of my pages. By the end of 2021, I received these beautiful stars in a happy mail, and I was so obsessed with them. For that year, I also tried the monthly insert. I guess I never surrender. And immediately started a new one using clouds, Watanabe's characters, and print on stickers again. I don't know why, but this is one of my favorite spreads ever. This was when I met Hanny and Danielle in my island. It was the first time I journal with someone, and it was like a dream. I don't feel lonely when I'm journaling because it's like a me time thing, but at the same time, I want to share my stationery. I want to journal with someone from time to time. Like, I want us to share stamps and stickers and talk about new stationery that we want to buy. I want to talk about, no, we don't have any money and stuff like that. But yeah, meeting her was not only like a fangirl moment, but a very special moment journaling with a friend for the first time ever. This journal was very, very blue. The color blue, I mean, but I can feel like I was also sad just by looking at these pages. I didn't decorate much. This is my favorite journal ever. I haven't made a journal yet that beats this one. I think it's just because I used a lot of pictures. I printed tons of them, so I know where I was while creating these spreads. I also know who was with me or what we did or what we felt just by looking at one picture. So this is something I want to do in my future journals. Like I want to add tons of pictures. I feel like this was also a lovely one because it was summer, and during summer we just travel more and do more fun stuff. It was special because I had a few more pages to journal about September, October, and a little bit of November. And yeah, we were in Korea, so I just journal about that. I didn't journal there. I just came back with a bunch of things and I was feeling pretty overwhelmed. I had tickets, tons of new stickers, pictures. So while we were there, we just wanted to enjoy and being out. So I left the journaling part and do that here in my island. I think it was a smart decision. Like, I wonder if I will feel that way also in Japan. I think so. Like knowing myself, I think so. I took this weekly insert with me everywhere and I asked my favorite Korean artist to sign my journal and she was so cute about it. She drew her little character and it made me so happy just meeting her and her family. It was so nice. Here it was just the same. I had so many stickers and tickets that I felt, okay, let's just stick them here, like there in Korea, and once I get home, I will journal about it. But I guess I never did. I spent 2 months there, and it was so overwhelming for me. But yeah, I'm at peace. I'm at peace with it. And here there are the last ones. I feel like I've organized them somehow because my style was pretty similar during some years. This last batch was me using hydrangeas and beautiful things I've collected from Korea. Just by looking at it, I can feel it was a little bit hard for me to adjust because I spent 2 months not journaling at all. But at the same time, I really wanted to create new things after such a long time doing nothing. I went to Amsterdam to the Stationery Cafe organized by Cafe Analog, and I had such a lovely time there. From time to time, I watched the video I filmed while I was there. I saw and met a lot of people. Oh, and Petra was there, and I was fangirling so bad. I was I was so embarrassed. And I saw my best friend, and he was, well, he still is living in a city close to Amsterdam. So we both stayed in a pretty nice hotel that Hanny recommended us. Since that day, I just daydream. Like, I imagine myself there helping Hanny and Danielle with the store and just buying a lot of stamps and stickers while helping them. Oof, that's just a dream. I'm so glad I decided to use the accordion insert that Hanny gifted me to journal about summer 2023. I think it was just a great decision. And yeah, I did that too with my Disneyland trip. You can see it in video number 2. Of course, it wasn't like accordion insert, that wasn't a thing back then. But I love using separate inserts for specific things like Disneyland trip or summer 2023. I think it was lovely. I started this journal on my birthday, and then I journal a little bit in November, then I just flash forward to summer. And I journal about our amazing days in Mallorca. I cannot believe how much we have traveled in these 3 years that we have been together. Like, my family and I have always been travelers. We love going on adventures. It doesn't have to be traveling to another country or spend a lot of money. We just like to do things. But with my boyfriend, I feel like it's so amazing, even though we are both scared of flying. That doesn't stop us from getting into a plane. And he and I, we have just been in the most beautiful beaches I've ever seen. We love going to the beach. I've talked about this a lot, but living in an island is something that we are very grateful for. But fun enough, when we are looking for summer destinations, we always choose cities or islands similar to our own. What I wanted to say basically it's that I'm grateful for all the adventures my family, my boyfriend and I have had. Oh, and of course, I tried again with the weekly insert. Like, nothing to see here. You already know what happened with this. Let me say this. I'm confident in my new weekly insert though. I've been journaling there a lot and I cannot wait to show you. It was so lovely having all my passport size journals like all together in one video. While I was flipping through their pages, it made me feel very nostalgic and inspired, and maybe that will make me do things a little bit different, or maybe not. Like, I don't know, we will see. But it was such a lovely morning seeing the person I was and how I evolved and the person I am now. I just cannot believe that we made 200. It's just a lot of them. Honestly, what shocked me the most is just knowing that some people are here from day one. That's insane. We grew together. In the course of these past 7 years, I'm just grateful, very, very grateful from the bottom of my heart, because I wasn't alone here. You were there watching too.